Hello guys, welcome to channel for trading. Today we are going to see the chart analysis for Bank Nifty futures. As you can see in this chart, this is the closing price of yesterday and today it opened gap up and then it was on a downward trend, as you can see here. So I had taken a position on intraday trading around. This was kind of a resistance. So here these points and these points was kind of a resistance in the initial time period. So I took a trade when this line and resistance was broken, and after this candlestick is formed, after that 1 minute I took my position here, and it did a retracement back to the resistance level here, and as expected it came down and I exited my position here. At this particular point I exited, and then RBI governor was addressing the press, so there were some announcements which is kind of classified as positive for the market, especially for the banks. So there was a upward trend here formed, but later on it started following the same downtrend as we saw from the morning. Here again there was a resistance formed. You can see here 1, 2 and 3, almost few points were here which we can consider it as a resistance after the high was made. So I again took a trade. That was my second trade. When I exited here, my profit was around 6,500 rupees. This is my second trade. I again went for a short sell here with 2 lots of Bank Nifty futures, and the trend was again on a downside. I was having a good profit here, but I did not quit my position here because I was expecting even further downfall, because the gap, you can see here, the previous closing is here, and I was expecting there is a high this point. So it is around 540, 19,540. That is my target. So since it had broken so many resistance level here, I was confident that it will come and hit this particular target, and I was hoping that I can make some profit here. So I was waiting for that opportunity, but it did a retracement from this particular point. It formed a support level here and it did a retracement and up to here. Then I was little puzzled, so I wanted to check whether the trend had reversed or not. So I went with a Fibonacci retracement. So here at this point it looks pretty much okay, though on the border side, but it looks perfectly all right, because this point, as you can see here, this is kind of a trend line from the morning, and this is the chart was getting formed when I did this retracement. So this only I considered as the line, and this low and starting price of today's. So you can see this line is intact. It has not broken that convincingly. Here there is some kind of upward movement happened, but soon it went down, and here also it happened again, it came down. So things were looking positive at this side, so I did not book my profit when the prices were going this level. So I was hoping that it will come like this kind of a pattern I was expecting here, but to my surprise it went upwards, breaking this line also. Then also in the Fibonacci retracement, you can see this level 0.38 level. This will act as a resistance, as you can see here also. This part of the chart, see there is a resistance here also. So same way here also there is a resistance, and so I was around 60% sure like this will take this resistance and it will again trace downwards. It did bounce back from that resistance, but it did not completely fall down. Instead it took this support and it started going in the upward direction. So that point I got to know that the things are not looking very good, But again, as I said, the support level was still intact. It has not broken the support level, so there was a 40% of chance that it can reverse the trend again. As you can see here, once, twice, thrice, and fourth time. The fourth time it broke this resistance and it was on the upward side. So once this is broken and this candle was formed, my stop loss was hit. 20,050 was my stop loss because I took my trade position somewhere here, and my stop loss was around 100 rupees. It hit here. I ended up with a big loss of around 6,000 rupees. So the actual loss was around 12,000. Initially I took one trade. After shorting here in this position, put my profit here in this level, so I was around 6,500 profit. Considering that the net profit for the day stands a little less than 6,000 on the negative side. So that is completely okay with me because my risk pattern, I'm able to take risk up to 6,000 per day, so it is completely okay for me. The remaining 4 days was really good in my intraday trading, and that is the reason we always say that 100% success we cannot expect from any traders. How much ever you study the technique, the graph, the statistics, everything, this kind of unusual movements in the market will have an adverse effect on the studies, the graph, the tools, whatever you use. So this is one kind of example for those kind of scenarios. If you see the percentage wise on the profit and the loss, this loss is on a minimal side. So I am very much happy to end this week in this fashion. That's all for today. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.